So our theme is more goals, higher completion. Employees that set between 20 to 30 goals per year finish goals at a 38% higher rate than employees that set five or fewer. I found this interesting. Again, just from my PerformYard experience side, I would guess that the 20 to 30 goals, this is going to be a very goal-focused organization. They talk about goals all the time. They're bringing up goals all the time. Maybe there's some sort of, bonus or compensation tied to things. That was just my guess as to why those had higher completion rates. The other flip side is we also have organizations that, are new to the software. They set goals and then they were on a piece of paper or on a Word document somewhere and weren't talking about them consistently. So I was tying that earlier to the slide about, over the years, the more engagement with the software, getting used to having goals and pulling them up more candidly. But, any reactions to this particular slide from you all?
I think my immediate reaction is just Parkinson's law, and that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. And basically, it's like saying a goal takes the time it takes. So if you're setting two or fewer goals, you're probably going through the year not conditioned to think that these goals are important or a priority. And so you may be a little less incentivized than if you knew you had a list of 21 to 30 goals that you needed to march through in 52 weeks. You're trying to figure out what you can do to cross those things off the list and show your manager that you're growing and accelerating. So I just thought of the human element to it, but I'm sure my colleagues have other thoughts as well.
Joey, I was right there with you with the human element of it. When you think about quantity versus quality, also the types of goals, are they five big juicy goals that they have that are take a bit longer, or these like 30 milestones that I need to do goals 1 and 2 to help me get to 3? And so I know we've talked a lot about managers, but that's where the communication goes in, so that if someone has 5 bigger goals, really unpacking, could there be smaller ones after that? So I'm always thinking about, if this is a phenomenon, what can we do to help people, right, be more successful with the goals they have? And I think that's where technology can play a really large part in terms of nudges, where they can put their data and think about follow-up.
Yeah. Technology is, you must have that to push forward the human element of making sure a manager is checking in properly, because most managers are managing too many people. I think 7 to 8 people is plenty. That's like having 7 to 8 children that you need to check in at various levels of development. You got elementary school up through college. Those are different people. So setting them up for success and having regular conversations to check in on their goals with the right technology to make nudges, are things on track or not. But goals, 2 or fewer, doesn't make sense, because goals are permission for an employee to say no. And so many times I've seen the companies that struggle will give goals, they're vague, they go die on a spreadsheet, but employees are given goals and they're also expected to do so much other work.